What's happening, guys? This is Bharat Nagpal for iGyan.in, and today we're going to be reviewing the new Micromax Funbook. Essentially, this tablet came out a couple of weeks back, and we did have an unboxing video, a hands-on video, which is right here. So click on the video on the top right to jump to the hands-on videos and the unboxing videos and all of that. So the Funbook essentially is a 7-inch tablet which features an ice cream sandwich operating system. So it's running Android 4.0.3 and it's called Ice Cream Sandwich. This also has a 1.2 gigahertz processor on the inside. It has 512 MB of RAM and 4 GB of internal storage. You can add a micro SD card to the device to add another 32 GB to the mix. Which is essentially a good enough system for the tablet. Now, the best thing about this tablet is the price point. When Micromax launched it, this device or this tablet was for 6,499 rupees. Now I believe you can get it for somewhere in the 5,000 to 6,000 price mark. So at that price, at about $100, that makes this an exceptionally budget-friendly tablet. And without wasting any more time, I'm going to get into the review. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the build quality of the device and the hardware around it. As I've already mentioned in my hands-on video and my usage video, the buttons on this are they are tactile in terms of they are very clicky, but the responsiveness is based on hard press. So you really need to hard press on the buttons. But all of them work without any issues, and we did not face any problems with them. It's just that they need to be pressed a little bit more. The back of the device is plastic, and as you can see, it is prone to scratches. I've got some scratches over here. But it can easily be protected if you are careful with it. But it is a silver back, so it is prone to scratching, and if you will leave it on the table and move it around a little bit, it will scratch. We have a speakerphone at the back which is fairly loud and has good quality audio, so we are happy about that. And around the device is this bezel, which I'm not too impressed with, because this is a plastic bezel which has some sort of shiny black coating on it. The finish on the coating is not very well appreciated by us at iGyan, but apart from that, the display of the device is nice, and it's a capacitive glass display, so you don't see any of those wiggly plastic screens that you see on those cheap tablets. So in that sense of the view, the tablet is well made, and the responsiveness on the tablet is nice, so that makes it a good device. Let's talk about the ports. Over here, we have a charging port, which is over here. You also have a micro USB port for data synchronization. You have an HDMI out, so you need mini HDMI to HDMI cable to do that. You have the micro SD card port over here, and you have the 3.5mm headphone jack, which is over here. You do have a front-facing camera. This is a VGA camera, so don't expect high-quality pictures or video from it, but the camera is there and it's useful for Skype conversations. Your volume rockers and the power lock and unlock button is over here. That's basically everything for the tablet. You do have some indications at the back. It is called the Funbook P300, and you do have markings for your ports over here, and this tablet is made in India and it's not a Chinese made tablet, so that makes it a little bit better according to us. So let's quickly turn on the device and show you the operating system, and I'm going to zoom in for you so that you can see it a little bit better. Let's take a look. So now we're running Ice Cream Sandwich on this tablet, and we get 5 home screens over here. You can also do some customizations to the home screen you can change the wallpaper. You can also add some live wallpapers. These are some wallpapers that Micromax gives, and you can always hold your finger down on the home screen and say live wallpapers. So you have a bunch of live wallpapers, including bubbles, which is available in most ICS devices. This works great on the tablet. There is no lag, as you can see, even with the live wallpaper running in the background. So in that sense of the view, the responsiveness from the screen, the responsiveness from the processor is pretty decent for day-to-day tasks and basic things. Now, if I go into settings over here, if I go into all applications over here, you will see the list of your applications. So you have a list of applications. You can also jump into widgets from here. So these widgets can be added onto the home screen. So if I want to add my Gmail onto my home screen, I can simply do that by holding it down and dragging it to an empty screen, and then just placing the widget over there. And I can choose my account, and then it'll show me my email in that widget. Accordingly, we have a photo gallery. Standard Android widgets can be also placed over here. So you can choose your album, and you get this almost Timescape style carousel effect over here. Okay, so that's the widgets. They're right here, and before I go any further, I'm just going to quickly jump into settings, and I'm going to show you the ICS version on this. So if I go into About Tablet, we have 4.0.3 baseband version 1. You don't have Bluetooth on this device, but you do have Wi-Fi, Ethernet, VPN and mobile networks. When you say mobile networks, you'll need to set up data using a Tata Photon stick that can be connected to the side of the device using the micro USB to USB female host cable that comes in the box. So that cable allows you to attach Tata Photon. That's the only dongle that we've been able to use with this, and we've not been able to use other dongles. Although we are trying to figure out if it's actually possible to use a generic USB modem with this device, but till now we've not been able to. And once you're using Tata Photon, you cannot make phone calls with it either, so this is not a tablet to make phone calls with. So now let's talk about basic performance. For running applications, more or less the device is pretty good. It runs all sorts of applications. Basic internet browsing is going to be great on this. So let me see if I can jump into the browser and go to our website really quickly. And as soon as you load up the browser, the one thing that you'll really notice is the keyboard over here. So you can see this is a very nice and widely laid out keyboard. This also works well in portrait mode. And you can see there the keyboard is nice and large, very easy to type on. The responsiveness is great on this, and you'll enjoy actually using this keyboard in various situations. So for example, right now I'm going to quickly go into iGyan. So this comes with the stock internet browser from Android, but the best thing about this tablet is that you can actually install Chrome on this as well, because it comes with 4.0.3 out of the box. So you can install Chrome browser on this tablet, so your browsing experience becomes that much better. So it loads up all websites in the stock browser as well, not an issue. It's a little slower with the stock browser because I think the stock browser consumes a lot more RAM than the Chrome browser. You can obviously get a lot more browsers from the Google Play Store. So you have Dolphin Browser HD, you have tons of other internet browsers that you may like to use. But as you can see, it loads up the full website without any issue. It's still loading up, so I'll give it that time. But the browser will load all sorts of content, all sorts of Flash content, media content, everything should load up just fine on the browser. And it's pretty snappy. You can see kinetic scrolling is pretty smooth. You can pinch to zoom in as well, but it is a little slower than what we would like it to be. But you can see that it loads up all content. The website is fully loaded now, and pinching in and pinching out works, but it's a little laggy. So you do have a native YouTube application as well, which will stream video from YouTube. It will stream it at HD as well if you're connected to Wi-Fi. So I'm just going to quickly search for one of our videos. So we have a hands-on video of the fun book over here. So let's just quickly look at that. So what's happening here is the audio quality is great, video streaming quality is also great on this device. We don't, however, like the color reproduction of the screen. So the screen has a lack of color reproduction, but streaming is really smooth and looks good on the screen. But it's just that the colors are not as vivid as we'd like it to be. But what can you expect from a tablet, a 7-inch screen that is less than 5,000 rupees? So we're pretty happy with the kind of performance this device gives. It could have been a little better, but then it would have been more expensive as well. So there is a flip side to everything in this. So apart from the Google Play Store, you also have something which is called the M Store. We've already shown you this in our hands-on and unboxing videos. So what the M Store is a list of applications that Micromax gives with this device. So you have educational apps, you have some games that Micromax allows you to install. You have, of course, the Bung movie that I demonstrated earlier. You have a couple of apps that are recommended, and you have some entertainment apps as well, some songs. You also have Zenga Live TV, which is on this as well, which works great according to us. So now the best thing about this tablet is that it allows you to do some document editing as well. So basically it allows you to open document files, PowerPoint presentations and Excel files right on the tablet and also edit them. So Docs2Go comes preloaded onto the tablet and works great. The tablet also has a front-facing camera. Like I said earlier, the camera is pretty decent. As you can see over here, you do see a lot of choppiness in the video. That happens because of the quality of the camera or the image processing, but you will get some decent pictures, some self-portraits you can get. You can also switch from picture to video, and this will also click a panorama. I don't know how you'll click a panorama looking at yourself, but it will also click a panorama if you want that. You do have a bunch of adjustments that you can do. You have some white balance settings, exposure settings, and you can also define the picture size and all of that. But that's about it in terms of the camera app from the tablet. But you can download some camera apps. You can also install Instagram and use your front-facing camera to use and modify some images. I'm also going to play some games on the tablet, and Angry Birds is one of them. Now the problem here is that I tried to install some heavy graphic games on this tablet, and what happens according to me is that the onboard storage, which is the 4 GB storage, has been consumed by the Micromax apps that have been loaded onto the device or been preloaded onto the device. So because of that, you can't download games that are in excess of 500 megabytes. You'll have to delete the Micromax files to do that. But we've got Angry Birds running over here, and you can actually see how smooth a game like this runs on the tablet. It's pretty good according to us. So if I load up Temple Run, you'll be able to see that even Temple Run works great on this device. So you can see you can also do a bit of gaming on this tablet, and if you remove the included files, you'll be able to use this tablet extensively. Now the tablet has been launched in India for about 6,000 rupees in the market. According to us, at that price, it is just something that you should not even think about twice. They've included a 1.2 gigahertz processor, and if you have a Wi-Fi network at your house, you will never complain of the fact that you have a portable tablet in your hand. You can play games on it, you can edit your documents on it, you can attach a keyboard to it, you can attach a mouse to it. In that sense of the view, it's a portable personal computer with basic functionality. You can browse the internet, you can edit files, and even create presentations on this. So if you're somebody who travels a lot and does only basic word processing and presentation work, this will work perfectly for you. It is also an entertainment device. You can add movies, tons of music, you can add a micro SD card and carry all sorts of media on it. So from that sense of the view, this is basically like a budget media player in a large size. It does all those things. It can access the internet. You have Facebook apps, you have games, you have tons of applications from the Android marketplace. So nothing beats this in that sense of the view. If you want a portable internet connection, you can always use the Tata Photon connection, but you will have a dongle hanging from the side. You can also use this device as a gaming system, and you can play games by mirroring the device's screen on an HD television. So if you're playing a racing game, you can use this as the controller and look at the screen as the display. So that works great, and I've tested it out. It works great. It really does. The tablet is not at all heavy. It's fairly lightweight. In terms of battery life, now coming down to the main crux, you get about 4 hours of proper usage. When I say proper usage, means internet browsing, video playback, everything. So I get about 4 to 5 hours of usage on this tablet, which is fairly decent for the kind of size of the battery that we have on this. You will need to carry a charger with you at times if you use this tablet a lot more. And one thing that I like is that it does charge from the micro USB port, and it will charge from your computer as well. So that's great. And Micromax also gives you this charger, which is their proprietary pin charger, which also works great. So as a first attempt at making tablets, I think Micromax has done a great job. They have made something which is pretty solid. It is pretty stable. It does stretch a little bit, but there is no rattling sounds or any sort of shaking from the tablet in terms of build quality. The screen is very, very fingerprint friendly, as you can see, but it is a fairly good screen. It's not one of those plasticky screens that you see on cheap tablets nowadays, and it's a very nice glass screen, and it's very responsive. The touch system is nice. So we are very happy with the tablet. If you want to see benchmark results and all those things, you can go to our hands-on videos, unboxing videos. We've got them all covered up. So this is an extensive, this is a end resultant conclusion that if you're in the market for a tablet, or if you are in the market for even a portable media device that is approximately this size, I don't think you can go wrong with the Funbook. It's got a decent processor and a decent performance. It's not a powerhouse, and you cannot expect it to be one. Build quality could have been a little bit better. The colors on the screen could have been a little bit better, but everything else seems to be good according to us, and for that we are pretty happy with the Funbook. Audio quality, video streaming, and touch response is great. Basic performance is great, and the fact that it comes with ice cream sandwich out of the box makes it a highly viable option. For more unboxing videos, reviews and tutorials, log on to iGyan.in and subscribe to our YouTube channels, youtube.com/iGyan, youtube.com/iGyanTV. If you have any questions or queries, you can leave them in the comment section below, or catch us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. The links to those are on the video right now or in the description below. For iGyan.in, this has been Bharat Nagpal. Thank you guys for watching.